God will send you someone deserving of you, who knows your value. Exactly. Yeah, could you imagine? Like, could you imagine actually being with somebody who actually values you and like loves you for real? That's crazy. Like, you don't have to worry about them cheating on you. They don't treat you wrong. They really love you for real. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to think.
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and I don't know if you saw this live stream that Liv did, but she talked about a lot of things, especially how she feels like no man ever loved her. We have seen her be in a lot of different relationships on this platform, but she said she was never loved. She even made a comment in this live stream and said she might just be single forever. But of course, Stella was in the comments telling her, oh, you're gonna find the right man. Does anybody else think it's interesting that Stella is fine with every single man that Liv decides to bring around? In my opinion, it seems like whatever decision Liv decides to make, Stella is okay with it. If anybody loves Liv the way that she truly wants to be loved, it's her own mother, because she agrees with everything that she does. She's fine with every decision that she makes. Stella would even lie for Liv. Liv also talks about Gerard and Zolo in this live stream, so if you're ready to get into all of that, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you are notified every single time I post.
I've loved people, but people have never loved me. Like, I've never been loved by anybody. Like, by a man. You know what I mean? And that's so sad to say. Okay, I will. That's so sad to say at my big grown age. I'm 32 years old. I can't believe it. I'm 32. I'm just joking. That's so sad that I'm 34 years old. Oh my God. Old. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not talking about my dad. I'm talking about men that I've been with. Like, in relationships with. I've never been loved. Like, a man's never loved me. But then I was thinking about it, because that was a pretty sad realization to come to. I'm not gonna lie. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, Liv, no. But then I was like, but Liv, you never loved yourself. Like, for real. Like, I've never loved myself for real. Like, now when people disrespect me, I'm so disgusted by that person. Like, I don't understand how I would let people disrespect me. And I'm talking about men, okay? I would let men disrespect me and I would get back with them. Like, I would.
Liv also has to understand that she hasn't loved anybody else either. As much as she thinks she has, if you're cheating on your spouse, your partner, whatever, you're not loving them. Even if you're cheating for revenge, like Liv often does, you're still not loving that person. How many times has Liv got on here and said that she is in love with a new man? So many times. Gerard, Brandon, Zolo, Casper, Jimbei, all of these men, she continued to talk about how she loves them.
No problem. I would accept the disrespect and I wouldn't even care. I would think oh, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Like, he didn't mean it, or because baby, when somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe it. That's who they are. And that's how it's blown up in my face every single time. Like, me not believing when these people show me who they really are, I'd be like, no, they didn't mean it. They just don't mean it. Like, they really do love me. Like, girl, what? What? Like, how could I, like, now, like I said, when people disrespect me, I'm so disgusted. I'm just like, how could you disrespect me, first of all? And second of all, that's disgusting. Like, I'm not gonna look at you different. That's so disgusting to me. Like, how could you disrespect somebody, especially if the person is not disrespecting you or hurting you? And I've been so disrespected.
One of the things I see Stella did not do for Liv is teach her how to date. Every time she gets around a man, she's immediately in love with them, they're in a relationship, and then things go bad. She doesn't know how to just date and get to know people. You don't have to immediately give them your body. I wish Stella would have let Liv know that.
I've been so disrespected, and I've let it fly, and I let it slide, and I let it go, and maybe it was out of desperation. Maybe I was desperate to be with people. I don't know. It's sad to say that too, because I can't stand, like, desperate people disgust me. So I'm like, oh my God, I really used to be a desperate female. Like, I was really that girl. Like, that is disgusting to me. That's really gross. So realizing that about myself. But once again, like I told you guys, it's all about the healing journey. You know, it's all about healing. It's all about learning about yourself. And even when you learn about yourself, it might gross you out a little bit. It might turn you off. You might be like, ew, what the hell? I was that girl. Like, I was really that girl. I was really that girl. Even to friends, I used to let people hurt me and forgive them and forgive them.
You know what's interesting? Liv said she used to be desperate, but didn't we all just see her be in a relationship with a random man from the gym back in July? She had just met the man, and then all of a sudden she was staying at his house, cooking him food. They were in a relationship. She had this man over her apartment, around her children.
Like no other. I really thought in my mind, there's nothing that you can't forgive. Like everything should be forgivable. No. And it's not even about forgiving, because forgiving is something that you do for yourself on your own time. It's really just about letting people back in your life who purposely, knowingly hurt your feelings. And that just means that they have zero respect for you. Zero. Not 1%, not 2, not 3. Girl, they got zero respect for you. And a person who has zero respect for you, you should never allow in your space, around you. None of that. So, yeah. That was a realization for that ass, honestly. But better late than never, right? So it just got me thinking. I'm interested in taking the tirzepatide, but I'm a little nervous of the talk about the thyroid issue and cancer. But I've seen it help so many people.
Liv does say that she still is on the tirzepatide. She did say that she just took her injection maybe a couple of days ago. It looks like people in the comments are a little bit apprehensive about actually taking the injections. So this is what Liv had to say.
Yes, I was scared of all of that as well, starting this out. But the thing is the medicine that is the tirzepatide, which is an active ingredient in the diabetes medication that they've been using for 20 plus years on patients with diabetes. You have to think of it. These people. Now, no, when I started tirzepatide, I was not a diabetic. But I was pretty close. I was 300 pounds, very extremely obese. AJ, really? This kid, bro. This kid, bro. No, it's not funny. It's nothing funny. Extremely. Don't do that again.
Sometimes it seems like AJ does stuff for attention, and I feel like that was one of those times.
Extremely overweight and obese, and there's a lot of sicknesses that come from being obese and very overweight, including cancer, including diabetes, including high blood pressure, including heart attacks, including a lot of things that can happen. So you really just have to think about it like that. Like, do I want to get sick from being so overweight, or run the possibility that happens so slim? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I see people taking this stuff, and people are so healthy and they're so good. Like, I don't ever hear like a bad experience. I don't hear like anybody. I don't know. I just think this stuff works so good with our bodies. It just regulates our hormones that are out of whack and that are contributing to us gaining so much weight because our hormones are all screwed up. You know, have you ever noticed like there be some fat people that eat the same amount as smaller people, and it's like anything that I eat, I'll gain weight like this, but a skinny person can eat it and it just runs right through their body. Like,
I will say this medicine has helped Liv lose a lot of weight, but it just makes me wonder, will she have to be on it forever?
I always wondered like that, but it's because we have like a hormone issue. What are you doing, dude? You're just creating all these problems for yourself. I know you're tired. I know. I'm not letting you go to sleep though. So baby, just look into it more, do more of your research, but don't be scared. If you're scared, if you're not gonna do it because you're scared, don't be scared.
Why?
Don't be scared. But let me also tell you this: tirzepatide and other GLP-1s is a tool. Okay. Some people don't need the tool. Some people can do it on their own, and there's nothing wrong with doing weight loss on your own. However you choose to do your weight loss journey is your choice and your prerogative. A lot of people like to put down other people who do it, who use tools to do it, and there's nothing wrong with either way. Whether you do it all natural or whether you use tools, it's not, you know.
It's so interesting hearing Liv say this because she used to be the same one that would talk bad about people who got surgery to lose weight. She would talk bad about Ming, but then she would always talk about wanting to get weight loss surgery, and now she's doing these weight loss shots.
You are young, and you will find the perfect man someday. You will see. You already took the trash out of your life. That's true, Mom. My mom always tells me that. I always tell her, like, stop doing that. Stop it. He would be doing this if I was on live. He would just be like, chill right now. Yes.
Your light turn on.
My light turn on? I know, baby. There's some...
light
I know.
on.
And it turns on and off. I know it does. There's something wrong with that light. How long have you been taking it? Since March of 2024. I've lost 80 pounds, over 80 pounds. Just a little bit over 80 pounds. No, Monsi, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Look, I told you guys before in the past.
So I'm pretty sure you heard Liv read what Stella, her mother, wrote in the comments, and she said something about taking the trash out of her life, and clearly that was talking about Gerard because he is a trash man. Stella is very interesting to me because both her and Liv, all they can focus on is Gerard. I mean, Liv has 2 other baby daddies, but Stella is still on here mad at Gerard. Liv has 2 other baby daddies that do not help her with the children. They do not go see the children. They do not spend time with the children. They do nothing. But somehow Gerard is the trash that was in Liv's life.
Having AJ was my decision. Having AJ was my choice. Having AJ was me. I did that, you know? So I take full responsibility for my child. 100%. Financially, physically, emotionally. I'm gonna be here for my child. Was it selfish? That's another thing I've been realizing, guys. Yes, it was probably selfish of me. To have AJ and Kailani and all my kids. Honestly, girl, all my kids. Look, if I could take anything away from my life and say my biggest mistake in life, my biggest mistakes in life were having kids with the wrong people. That was my biggest mistakes. But let's be honest, a lot of us share the same biggest mistakes, okay? So it is what it is. I wish that I chose better from the jump, but I didn't. So, but with AJ, no, everything is fine.
So Liv said that having AJ was her decision and she takes full responsibility for having him. And then she said financially. How do you take financial responsibility of your child if you're not making any money, which means you're not taking full responsibility? And then Liv said that it was probably selfish of her to have AJ, and I definitely could not agree more, but she then goes on to say that it was selfish for her to have all of her children. Now, in my opinion, I think it was selfish for Liv to have AJ because she was already going through a custody battle with her oldest 3 children. So during all that, you wanted to have another baby with somebody else? And then you decided to get pregnant again and have Kailani. It was very selfish for you to continue to make children because you wanted more children instead of taking care of the ones you already had. Or at least fighting for the ones you already had. And then she says her biggest mistake was having children with the wrong men. And I can definitely agree with her on that. But the good thing is Gerard became a great man and he actually does a lot for his children. The other 2 men, I don't know what they have going on.
Everything's totally fine. There's no issues, no nothing. But I always tell you guys this, and that's why I will never get online and I will never bash anybody or talk down on anybody because I don't care if somebody's involved or not involved or whatever the case may be. That's their choice and that's their walk in life. But me and my son, he's my responsibility. He's my kid. I chose to have him. Okay. She's getting all that extra phlegm and everything about her body. A whole bunch of it just came out right now. Hey, don't hit my phone. Don't hit my phone. What? You're done? Okay, so go put this away then if you're done. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate you. Come on, Kalani. Mommy gonna feed you. You hungry? I know you're hungry.
No, stop.
Yes, Kailani is still coughing. She is still sick. And I was just wondering, Did the doctor give Liv any medicine for Kalani to take, or was it just the breathing machine? And I also find it funny that she always tries to be careful what she says when she's talking about Zolo. She doesn't like to say his name much. It's very weird that she says she doesn't want to get on here bashing anybody, but that's all she has done to Gerard ever since he left her. She has been on this internet bashing Gerard ever since he left and went to Texas. But when it comes to Zolo, I guess she feels differently, and maybe it is more understandable because she's the one that chose to have AJ and make it seem like that wasn't Zolo's baby. So for all of this time, he didn't know that was his son.
Oh no, you hungry, girl, okay? No, you stop. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. You guys will never catch me on here crying about some bullshit, blah, 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 blah. No. But here, let me tell you this though. Like I said before, nobody, and I mean nobody, will ever disrespect me again. That's what we're not gonna do. Okay? You can make the decisions for your own life and take your own path, but nobody's gonna disrespect me. That's all there is to it. So, no, but everything's good. Everything's awesome. Me and my babies are good. And we gonna stay good. Excuse me, baby. Move, AJ. God, you be trying to...
But I'm hungry.
Boy, bye. You already ate, AJ. What are you talking about? You're hungry. You just be bored. And look, you got rice all in the seat.
Liv has continued to say that nobody will disrespect her again on multiple live streams, and it just makes me wonder what is going on. There must be something going on behind the scenes that she doesn't want us to know.
Pick up my clip, because you brought it out here. Pick my clip up off the who's like it. Oh no, easy recipes. I'm sorry. Girl. Okay. The babies are your true loves. Yes, and you experienced 5 times exactly. You're a great mom. And your insight is so knowledgeable. Your growth is beautiful. Blessings to you and yours. Thank you, Essence. I appreciate it. And you're right. That is the true love that I have had in my life. That's why I'm not like loveless. And I feel like I'm not empty because I've never shared a true love with a man. Not at all. Not at all. No, it's fine. Like, I'm totally fine with where I'm at, knowing what I know now. Because I've had my babies, you know, and I have like love for my family. I know that's true love. I know that's real love. I think as far as like love with a man, I feel like it's sad and a little bit embarrassing just because I've given love and I never received the love back from another man, like a man, you know what I mean? So that's like the embarrassing part of it, but it's okay.
So of course Liv always talks about how she has given love to all of these men and they have never given it back to her. It just makes me wonder though, what is love to her? What does she think love is? What would Liv's definition of love be?
It's fine. Liv, I always look at life as whatever a person is going through at the moment, past or future, is supposed to be that way. You're right. Everything happens for a reason. You're right. Monty, thank you. I appreciate that, baby. And I agree with you. Everything does happen for a reason. And all of this was like predestined. Like God already wrote our plans before we were here. So it's like, it's already set in stone the way our life is gonna go. So if you are enlightened enough, you kind of have a glimpse of that. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I've had glimpses of what I'm going through today, believe it or not. Like, in a sense, I always thought that certain things would happen, but I decided to ignore the signs and continue down the wrong path. And that's why God has placed me exactly where I'm at today, in the situation I'm in today, you know?
I think Liv has made choices in life that has put her exactly where she is today. I do not agree that God wanted her to have 5 children without being married. I don't think he wants her sleeping with this man, sleeping with that man, you know, getting on here cussing and arguing and just being a nuisance. I think Liv chooses to do whatever she wants to do, and then this is what she gets out of it.
And that's okay. If I had to learn it the hard way, then I had to learn it the hard way. What? Her curls are growing. I know. She's getting so much hair. Oh my god, you guys. Imagine how cute she's gonna be when she's like 1.5. Oh my god, she's gonna have like a head full of curly hair. She's gonna be so damn cute. She's gonna be so cute. Or when she's like, oh my god, Milani, you're gonna be mommy princess. I swear, you guys, I'm going to like so do it like over and beyond for these two. Like, you guys have no idea.
People keep saying that Liv has these 2 children as replacements for the older 3, and she keeps proving it every single day. Something tells me she knew she would not be getting the oldest 3 back full time, and that's when she started popping out babies.
I told the same thing to my first child's father, that with or without him, me and my son are good, and he's been in and out of his life for the past 9 years, but I still meant what I said. Right, Amara, I feel you on that, but the thing about it is there's no in and out. There's no in and out over here. You're either going to be in because that's what you want to do, and I feel like, look it.
So I guess now we're going to get some advice from Liv about having children and not being in a relationship with that person. So here we go.
Especially coming from me, I'm on both sides of it. I'm on this side because of my older 3, and I'm on the other side having my younger ones, right, with me all the time. So if you want to be a parent, you want to be a parent. Point blank period. If you don't, you don't. And that's on you. That's not on anybody else but you. You feel me? That's it. I mean, you are going to be good too, Amara. You definitely are, because that's your baby. You feel me? You had those 2 babies for a reason. God knew your heart. Yeah, exactly, Bellissima, exactly. Lady, pay attention to your son before he gets hurt. That accident could have gone a whole other way. He's going to learn. AJ's hard-headed. He's hard-headed like me. So he's going to learn. Oh, I think they're talking about when the exercise thing fell over.
Yes, they were definitely talking about when AJ pulled the exercise machine down. It could have fallen on him. I think that's why people keep telling her she needs to take AJ outside more so he can get all that energy out. But we have to remember, Liv told us that she doesn't like to go outside, so that's just not going to happen.
Hi, baby. I tell my mom all the time that I feel like I'm just going to be by myself forever. And here's the thing. I shouldn't say that, and I'm going to stop saying that. But here's the thing. Even if that does happen, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not thirsty for anything. I already have everything that I need. So, yeah. But yeah, that's beautiful though, Christy. I'm happy for you. Sometimes God puts bad people in our path to bring good life into the world. Yeah, that's very true. Oh my God, I say that all the time. God has our life planned out already. Exactly. God will send you someone deserving of you, who knows your value. Exactly. Yeah, could you imagine? Like, could you imagine actually being with somebody who actually values you and, like, loves you for real? That's crazy.
One thing people have to remember, when Liv talks about being single forever, she just means not getting married. Trust me, she's still gonna have a man over there. Might even move him in. He will be around those children. Yeah.
Like, you don't have to worry about them cheating on you. They don't treat you wrong. They really love you for real. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to think. But I'm gonna hold out until I get that, you know? Until I get that exactly what I'm looking for in somebody. And I don't think, some parts of me, sometimes I go kind of dark with it, and I'm just like, well, if I get with some man and he cheats on me, we'll see. Maybe I'll stick around. Maybe I'll suck it up. But no, babe. No, I'm not sucking anything up. Like, no, that's unacceptable. Because that's not love. That's not valuing someone's heart, you know? I see you. Because I feel like cheating should be more about, like, I heard Justin Bieber talking about it, and he hit it right on the nail. But he's like, I don't not cheat on my wife because it's wrong and it's immoral and blah 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 blah, and it's just the wrong thing to do.
So now she's getting relationship advice from Justin Bieber? Okay.
I don't cheat on her because I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her that deep. I don't want to see her cry. I don't want her to go through that experience. And I'm just like, oh, that's love. When somebody loves you so much that they don't want to bring pain onto you. They don't want to see you in pain. They don't want to hurt you like that. That's what I've never experienced. Nobody's ever cared about my feelings, ever. So, we'll see. We'll see if it exists for Liv. We shall see. And I remember my mom used to tell me this. Miss Stella's wisdom, baby. But Liv's hard-headed ass, okay? She always used to tell me, Liv, You need to make a plan, you know, because I wasn't happy in my relationship for a very long time. And I always wanted to leave. And the plan is always, you know, because it's not a good thing. When you leave a relationship and the tensions are high, the feelings are high, emotions are high, girl, anything's bound to happen, okay?
Stella has wisdom. You mean the same woman that got on here and said that the judge was racist because Gerard has the children? The same woman that got on here and said that AJ and Kailani have the same father, just like Liv was saying? The same woman that pretended to know Casper and she said she spent time with him in hopes that they can go out again?
So, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom leads you to living in alignment with God. Wisdom leads you into living the life God intended you, created you to live. That's what wisdom does. It protects you from this facade that the world portrays as life, that what the world says is good but is truly bad. It allows you to see the truth for what it really is and to direct your steps in a way that will keep you in alignment with God, walking with God, walking close fellowship with God, and enjoying the benefits that comes from knowing Him, loving Him, living life with Him. That's what wisdom does. So what is the fear of the Lord? The fear of the Lord is respecting Him in a way that you know what He says is good, you know what He says is bad, you know what He doesn't like, you know what He likes, and you know that what He likes is good for you. You know that what He says is good for you. That's the fear of the Lord. So how can you have the fear of the Lord if you don't know God? If you don't know what He likes, if you don't know what He says is good, if you don't know what He says is bad, if you don't understand His character, how are you going to have the fear of the Lord? You need understanding. And understanding is knowledge of the Holy One. How do you get knowledge? You have a book, 66 books to teach you who He is. You have prayer to hear straight from Him. You don't have to have somebody teach you who God is. The Holy Spirit does that. That's between you and God, your alone time with Him, your intimate time with Him, to actually grow in the knowledge of who He is, grow in the knowledge of His character. Because when you understand the character of God, you understand His love for you, you understand who He is, you understand a lot. You understand the meaning of life, really. So wisdom is the path that leads you to true life. Understanding who God is gets you there. You need both. You need to know who God is, and you need to respect what He says, because what He says is actually saving your life. What the world thinks is wise is foolish in God's eyes, because the world doesn't have the fear of the Lord. Look at the world around you. It does not respect God. Everything that the world celebrates is what God hates. But you're not going to know what He hates if you don't read about it. So get in your word, for real.
The same woman that finds nothing wrong with Liv continuing to have more and more children by random man after random man?
It's best as a woman to leave. You have to make a plan and then leave. You know, that's the best thing to do. So best believe I will be preaching that to my daughters when they get older. But I don't know. I've always been a hypersensitive, and I don't mean like sensitive like a fucking crybaby. I mean like my senses are super high, and I'm just all in my feelings and in my feels. And I used to operate solely off of emotion. That's how I was. That's exactly how I was growing up and being a young adult and in my relationship. And yeah, it's just not a way to live, but that's how I used to be. And girl, it's gotten me where I'm at today. So no, you can't be like that. You have to be way smarter than that. You can't think emotional, you can't be emotional, you can't do that. Because you'll be thinking like that, and another person will be thinking with their head. They'll cut their emotions off. People are not like.
You see, this is what I don't understand though. Liv said that Gerard was cheating on her when she was pregnant with Robin. You had already seen that he was a cheater, but then you still wanted to have another child. So you had Christian, then you wanted another child by him, so you had Ryan. And if it wasn't for Gerard getting a vasectomy, you probably would have had more children by him. So for Liv to say she was hypersensitive and she's very aware and she knows what's going on, why would you keep having more children?
You know what I mean? It's very few, far and in between the people like me who have like big ass hearts and girl, you can't be like that. He's rough with her and he wants to carry her and hold her, and that's how Ryan was with him. And this is when I was pregnant, when I first moved back here. So AJ used to run from her. He used to not want any parts of her. And she would be like, AJ, come here! And want to like pick him up and treat him like a baby. And and now he is so close to her. Okay, now he chases her. Okay, and she's running from him. Like, AJ, get away from me! Like, because he wants to play with her and be up under her. And oh, he loves his Ryan. Yeah.
That was Liv explaining how close Ryan and AJ are. She always calls them the twins. And this is my thing. If Ryan and AJ are so close, why don't you take AJ to go and see Ryan perform? Can you imagine the smile Ryan would have on her face, seeing her mother and her baby brother, who she loves so much, out in the crowd watching her as she performs her cheer? Liv is missing out on so much of her oldest 3 children because she's so emotional. Gerard doesn't want you, he doesn't want to be with you, and that's okay, Liv. But you can still support your children. You said you're not scared of anybody. Go support your kids. Take their younger siblings. Imagine how happy Christian would be seeing his mom and his 2 youngest siblings in the crowd watching him as he scores a touchdown. Why doesn't she understand that? Liv got on here and said that the children are being kept away from their younger siblings, and if that's how you feel, Liv, you should be taking every opportunity to see your children and bring their younger siblings. Nothing should keep Liv away from supporting her children if she loves them that much.
A narcissistic mother appears to be a great mother to outsiders. She claims that she did the best that she could. She's real good at calling you too sensitive. She's never satisfied with her status in life. She blames you for her misery. She's chronically disappointed by everything that doesn't go her way or doesn't work the way she wants them to. She manipulates your father against you. She'll manipulate your siblings against you. She's always speaking ill about other people. She's always comparing you to your siblings or other people. And worst of all, she's always playing the victim.
I told you guys, Kailani has 2 teeth. She's getting these 2. She got one, now the other one's coming through the gums. It took her forever to get these teeth, girl, and that's why she got them twice in one time. Huh, baby? My baby got 2 teeth at one time. My little baby. I know. You're doing a good job, though. You're doing a really good job growing those teeth. You? Yeah, you too, AJ. You're doing a good job.
So it sounds like Kailani is getting teeth now. She's growing them in. Liv said she has 1 tooth and growing the next one. And of course, AJ did not want to be left out. He wants to know he's doing a good job too.
That's good. That's really good. I know, and that's how I feel about AJ. Like, AJ's a great kid. He's a really good kid. Does he get on my nerves? Hell yes. Of course he does. But another thing I've realized, like, I've been stressed the fuck out. I've been stressing, like, bad. And we're not gonna get into that. We'll get into that another day. But I've been stressed out, like, and I have a good way of not letting my stress, my depression, my anxiety, I don't let that shit get the best of me. I'm not.
She doesn't let her stress and anxiety get the best of her? What is she talking about? She's always getting on here cussing somebody out. Her channel is a drama channel. People tune into Liv's channel for drama.
I'm gonna be a fucking victim. I'm not gonna be a poor me. Oh my god, like, I'm not gonna be that person. Not for y'all. I don't care what y'all think. I can't do that to me. Like, that's gonna slow me down. That's gonna keep me stagnant. That's gonna, you know what I mean? So it's like look, yes, my baby was sick, but also, you okay? Let me go get those boogies. I'm gonna get those boogies right now. You know, Giving up and surrendering to the enemy only further complicates things and slows things down. We don't have time for that shit. I don't have fucking time for that shit, you know? But I did realize through these couple days that I have been stressed to the max. And a lot of it has to do with my 3 kids. Most of it has to do with my 3 kids. Because like I told you guys, I don't stress in my own life. I don't have stress over here. I don't have problems over here. My life is honestly smooth sailing.
I'm pretty sure we all knew this was going to happen. Of course, all of Liv's problems are because of her first baby daddy, her ex-husband. Liv said she's been stressed because of the stressful situation with her first 3 children. Liv chooses to be stressed. She knows she's supposed to get those kids from school on Thursday, but she decided not to do that and tried to meet Gerard to get the kids on Friday. The co-parenting that they have is set up so great that they shouldn't even have to see each other, be in each other's presence, but Liv doesn't want to abide by the court order. She wants to do what she wants to do. So the stress that she has, she brought that on herself.
When I think of that over there, that's like a big, icky, disgusting, dark cloud. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I feel like my kids are just under this big, dark cloud. And I can't take them away from that dark cloud, you know? And it's like, it stresses me the fuck out. And at the same time, I have somebody constantly playing with me about my kids. We're not talking about that. We're not going into that because I'm gonna handle that shit. It's gonna get handled. But I'm just saying, that has been stressing me out. So I realized that. I was like, girl, like, you've been stressed out. Like, things are about to change. That's all I can say. I can't get into detail and I can't tell you guys anything. But basically, in my life, where I see my life going, things are about to definitely change. And I just have to make changes. I have to be the best mom for Kailani and AJ. Unfortunately, my 3 kids are being kept away from me.
Big things are coming, big changes are coming. She has to be the best mom she can for the 2 youngest children. I don't know what Liv is trying to do, but it's sounding really weird. And like I said before, if Liv would abide by the court order, which is to pick the children up from school, she wouldn't have a problem seeing them. But she wants to see Gerard. She wants him to have to bring her the children. Why? She has a rich baby daddy. She has a rich stepdaddy. That car should be fixed already. That way she can go get her children from school. But she's not doing that.
They're being played like fucking pawns in a disgusting ass, weird, icky game. Okay? I can't even get into it because it's so nasty to even talk about. That's how disgusting this situation is. And I do believe that God will take care of it. You know, because there's babies involved. There's children being hurt. There's children being damaged in that situation. But as far as me, I have to be the best mom for all my kids. But right now, I have my 2 little ones with me all the time, and I have to focus on my children, and I have to focus on my mental health. And yeah, because one day, God will bring my kids home to me. He will. I already see it. I see the future. Like, not I see the future, but I can see that vision in my head the day that my kids come home to me. I don't know how it's going to happen, and I don't know why, girl, but something's going to happen where my kids are going to come back to me.
In my opinion, one of Liv's issues is she focuses too much on herself. It's all about her. It's all about her hair and her clothes and buying her things and going on the TikTok shop and spending all this money. This is the same woman who didn't do her child's hair for 30 days and had that child swimming all that time just to get back at Gerard. You want to talk about hurting your children to hurt the other parent? That's exactly what Liv did. Liv is the same one that had her children around a man that said she was doing illegal substances in the same apartment as the children. What kind of father keeps their children in that situation?
So in that moment, I have to be 100% for them. Does that make sense? I have to be 100. What, baby? I have to be 100% full-rounded, mentally, physically, everything for my kids. Oh, what happened? What do you do when the devil wants to play with you? What do you do? Do you sit there and you play with the devil? No. No, we're not doing that. Okay, then stop touching the sink. Stop.
I want my hand.
No, you're not washing your hands. Not in my sink. We can go in the bathroom. You can wash your hands.
Oh.
That's where you wash your hands. No, you're not eating baby food. You just had goldfish.
Yeah.
What is that?
Orange.
It's an orange. That's right. Good
I
job.
want this one.
That's baby food. That's Kailani's baby food.
I
Which
want
she ate the whole thing.
I want Kalani.
Big mama.
Big
mama.
Cabo.
Big Kailani. Don't do that. Okay, you're doing too much. You gotta go.
No.
Then stop touching stuff.
Imagine saying you don't have stress in your life, but also getting on another live stream talking about AJ gives you a headache every single day.
This boy. Stop, AJ. Kailani, no. Simply go to cart. What? Okay, eat on the other side, AJ. Mommy give you medicine when you're done. He's saying his back teeth hurt him.
Yes, that was AJ complaining about his back teeth. Now, I don't know if Liv is saying that his back teeth are growing in and that's what's hurting him, or is she talking about teeth that are already grown in are hurting? Regardless, I think she should take him to the dentist. She said she's going to give him some medicine, but maybe she should take him to the dentist just to make sure it's not something that needs to be taken care of.
My nephew ended up coming back to sister. Oh, your sister kept away for years. We are so happy to have him. He's not planning on ever going back to his dad. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. You know, the lives people make for themselves, you know? It's unfortunate. She was a toy. What? You can get up and go over there.
You know what's unfortunate? The fact that Liv wants her children to grow up and hate their father and hate the woman raising them, which is his wife. She keeps getting on here and saying that that's what's going to happen in the future. They're not going to care anything about Nisha. They're not going to want to be around their father. Why would you want your children to grow up and not want anything to do with the other parent?
We take responsibility for ours, and that's on period. And I always have been that mama, you know what I mean? Like, even with my 3 kids, I wasn't getting no child support. There was times I was never getting any help, and I stood 10 toes down for my children. I didn't come to the internet and cry about it. I didn't play the woe is me game. You don't do that when you're a mother. You don't. You just roll up your sleeves, put your boots on, girl, and you go into the damn mud, and you shovel that shit up. You feel me? Like, there's no crying about it. We don't have any more oranges, baby. You literally ate all the oranges. Mommy buy you more, okay? What happened to me, my situation hardly ever happens, because you have to understand, to do what my ex did to me is one of the most evilest things a person can do to another person, right? It doesn't happen that often, okay? So I'm saying this because don't let that discourage you from being married or getting married or being happy or finding the love of your life and having the life that you want to have.
I don't know why Liv keeps getting on here saying she didn't get child support. Liv is the one that, when she found out how much child support she was going to get, she said it wasn't enough and she wanted more. Liv said that she wanted $1,000 in child support for the oldest 3. You know what's funny? Liv wants to make it seem like Gerard didn't want anything to do with the children. Then why would he go to court and fight? Why is he still taking care of them now, even though you're not paying child support? Why is their hair done? Why are they still dressed nice? Why do they attend extracurricular activities? All of that. Why does he take them on trips? Why does he do so much for their birthdays? Liv is trying to convince people that Gerard never wanted anything to do with those 3 children. And it doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. He's the one still taking care of the children. They're doing well in school. They're doing their activities. He's the one doing all that. Liv, you're not involved. And Liv definitely got on here and made a whole GoFundMe trying to get a lawyer when all Gerard did was get the kids for the summer.
The thing I can say that if you're gonna get married to a man, if you're gonna do it, what? You broke it? Where's the other half? You broke it, and then you want to tell me it's broken. If you're gonna do that, the same day, girl, that you go and you get that marriage license, you gotta make an exit plan. You gotta write that shit down, fold it up in a million little pieces, and put it away, okay? Put it under the bed, under the mattress. Girl, put it somewhere where nobody finds it, okay? And you gotta have a list on how you gonna leave, what you gonna do, just so you're ready, because at any point, shit could go south, you know? But like I said, what happened to me, get out of the fridge! What happened to me doesn't happen often, because a lot of men don't do that. It takes a real special kind of bitter something to do with what was done to me. So don't worry, baby, don't worry. Don't worry. But it's honestly, you guys, it's happening more and more. I see it on social media more and more.
If a child is in a toxic home, then I definitely think the other parent should get custody of the child. Liv had so many different men around the oldest 3 children, they started calling these men dad. She told us that Brandon was a drunk, but had that same man around her children. It's like Liv doesn't remember all of the things that she was doing around those children and why they were not safe with her.
Y'all seem like y'all got a lot going on this type of stuff.
What, baby? I'm not about to hold you. Why don't you go in the room with the
Doesn't
kids?
have to.
Go lay in your bed, baby. Eat your cookie.
We need to start. You know what I don't like about this type of stuff? Like, you know what they need to do on YouTube? Like, the people that you agree with, that you mess with, you should be able to, like, bless them or do something for those people that
You should bless me. Can you bless me real quick? We gotta go, y'all. No, this is how you wanted to get me.
It's fucking crazy.
You knew exactly what the fuck he was doing.
No, listen.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
27.
Do I have to listen? You can show me, baby. You can tell me. Just like... Oh my God.
What's going on, Ryan? You still tired?
She's freaking out.
I'm in Philly, too. What part of Philly?
Fact, a man
Yes,
that's
the
in
D.
love has nothing to hide. Wait, the motherfucker said has nothing to hide. She already... Oh my God, he's not hiding. He's on camera.
What they say?
I don't want him on...
Had nothing to hide. She already, they talk off camera. Hold on, is that bad? Facts. A man that is in love has nothing to hide.
Are you in love?
Yeah, Tina. You will be one of the person that don't get no blessing. Tina. What the fuck is you talking about? My God.
She's throwing salt in your game.
I can kind of understand that.
Mommy, I'm not picking you up. You big girl. You a big girl. Go in there with the...
And it's because these men are not raised right. You know, these are beta men being raised by women who are not raising them correctly, who are not raising them to be men. They're raising them to be women, and bitter women at that, okay? Because they're most likely a bitter woman. So they raise their sons to be bitter women. And it's just a hot mess. It's just a big hot mess, okay? Girl. So just, you know, just be careful and just have a plan, baby. That's all. And never love anybody more than you love yourself, okay? As long as you stick to that, you'll be good. Because even when it goes south, and if it does end, you're good. Because you never loved him more than you loved yourself, you know? Yo.
I definitely agree with Liv on this one. There are women just like her out here that are very bitter and they raise their children in their bitterness and it will affect them later in life. The saddest part is she doesn't even see what she's doing to her children.
I always kept the door open for his father. Whether he chose to have a relationship with our son was on him. Yeah, he chose to stay away and start a whole new family and hasn't spoke to him since. Wow.
Now that is a sad situation, having a child and a man wanting nothing to do with them.
Well, that's on him. Like you said, that's on him. He's missing out on your son. He's missing out all of that on everything. And guess what? Your son will know. You know what I mean? That's one thing about kids. When they get older, they realize everything. They know who's there for them. They know who loved them. They know who's there. You know what I mean? So I do the same thing. I leave the door open. Because like I said, and I'll say this again, it doesn't give me pleasure. It doesn't get me excited. It doesn't fill me up with revenge or whatever. I don't know, however people feel when they keep their kids away from the other parent. I never felt that. I never felt that ever because I was a kid who always wanted my parents to be together. I always wanted them to work it out. I always wanted that for them and for me. So, Mommy? What? What do you need me for? And I've never been that mom to keep a kid out of the other parent's life.
Liv was definitely trying to keep Gerard out of his children's lives and did exactly that with AJ. But let's let her continue.
What you're not gonna do, I'm not gonna leave the door open so you can come in and out when you choose. You know? And another thing that I see that men like to do is they like to play these weird games like, you don't let me see my kid. And maybe it makes them feel like they like to feel that victimhood. They like to have the, oh, poor man, you can't see your kid, you have a bitter bit, or whatever the hell type of weird psychological fucking thinking that is. But I'm not into that shit either. You're either gonna see, but here's the thing though about it. I feel like if the man can't be involved, what? Leave my light alone, you're gonna break it. He probably did break it. If a man cannot be a part of your life and all up in your business, then shit gets shaky with the kids. You feel me? And that's cool. But like, this whole, you don't let me see my kid,
You're bad.
Baby, save it. I'm not the one, okay?
Now, I have to agree here. I definitely think there are men out here that just want to complain about not seeing their children and act like the mother won't allow them to, instead of taking action, like Gerard did. There's certain men that will take action and will make sure they see their children, whether they have to get the courts involved or not. And then there's other men out here that will just complain about it or not even care at all. But Liv is definitely better.
I'm definitely not the one. I'm not the 1, 2, or 3. You can play with your mama. You're not gonna play with me. Take the mother issues up with somebody else. Stop. Funny, you guys. And we'll have another video where we talk about submission and like submitting to a man, and that all comes with getting married and being with your husband. You have to fully submit to your husband. I truly believe that. But once again, it comes with really knowing your partner and making sure you're with the right person, because no, you cannot submit to a beta man. You cannot submit to a weak man. You cannot submit to a man who cannot lead you. And a lot of these men are not leaders. They're looking for leaders to follow. They're not born leaders within themselves. Unfortunately. Oh, you want to see this? You can see this. You want to see this? So what they do, these beta men, they go and they get with women.
Is Liv really trying to sit here and explain how you should submit to your husband? Liv is the same woman that cheated on her husband within a few months of being married.
Or whatever. So this right here is when she's talking about she's leaving Gerard and she's just using him for the surgery, right? So this had to be, when was this? This had to be fucking beginning of May. My lease isn't up till July 30th, but I might move in June if I can't stand being around him, which is likely because I already can't stand him. I have to vlog it and post it on my main channel. Oh my god, congratulations, that's hella exciting. I think she talked about me being pregnant. Girl, I know I'm ready to just do you. Oh, Jess said that. I said, thanks, boo. Jess said, try to keep posting on your second channel with blocking on the first channel to keep the momentum going. Oh, because I was like, I don't know where I should post the pregnancy thing. So then I was like, you know, I ended up posting on both. But yeah, we were talking about that. And oh, this is me talking about Gerard. I was like him acting up. I'm like, he should be eating grapes out your booty hole, tiptoeing around the house, right? Okay. Let's see what the other one. How do I go to the next one? If I exit, what happens? Oh, okay. And the next one is, and the next one, she just shouldn't have done this. That's all I'm saying. You knew we said, I literally warned you. I said, don't fucking do it. Leave it alone. You brought it to motherfucking social media knowing that we had all the fucking receipts. You don't have no receipts of what the fuck you talking about. Who the fuck is more relevant? Who the fuck makes more sense? You lie about every fucking thing. Like I said, you're the one with the motherfucking storylines. You told us all about the motherfucking storylines that you're having. Like I said, the baby, fake. The motherfucking Maurice coming and Gerard running into him, fake. The fuck, you fucked him raw at motherfucking your friend's house whom you said had roaches. So that's why y'all fell out or whatever, because her baby daddy apparently stole out your purse. That was that situation I said earlier I wasn't gonna speak on because it wasn't none of my business. But bitch, now I'm just fucking talking. Because bitch, you want to motherfucking just make up some shit about me? Oh, I'm gonna talk and play the motherfucking receipts. So anyway, girl, she don't know what the fuck Jazzy does. That's what I'm saying. The shit that she's saying, she doesn't know. She said so many motherfucking things about Chrissy that weren't fucking true. That's why I'm like, I don't understand. Then when she tried to just touch on the situation that just happened, how are you throwing stones at a motherfucking glass house when you fucked the nigga when you first met him in motherfucking Houston, a drug dealer at that, just to get cocaine? How are you fucking throwing stones? That doesn't make sense. You are not no better than nobody at all.
But of course she's going to excuse that and say, well, he was a beta male.
Who are alpha females, you know, who can take care of them financially, emotionally, physically, whatever the case may be. They go get with these women who basically run them, you know what I mean? And yeah, you can't, don't ever, you cannot submit to a weak person. You just can't. It doesn't work that way. It's not gonna work. I want to talk to you about court so bad. I don't have a lawyer either. I just wanted to like compare situations notes. Okay, me smile, hit me up on Instagram. If you have already, go ahead and write another message so it gets sent to the top of my DMs. I know, you guys, but hit me up though, babe.
Now, why would you want to get advice from the woman who lost in court? What kind of advice can she actually give?
I know you were hiding who your second baby daddy, rightfully so. Was he at the birth? He may not have a connection with AJ and don't care either way, unfortunately.
You see, this is weird to me. This person who obviously supports Liv said she was right in hiding who AJ's real father is. Let's all remember she first got on here talking about she's not pregnant. She was never pregnant at all.
And you said that the baby isn't mine? That's what you said? Is that what you said? You was worried? You don't have to. I'm just asking questions, so.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no baby.
You said the baby's not mine?
There's no baby.
No baby now?
I think you're delusional.
That you're bleeding?
I think you're delusional. Yeah, it's called a period.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
But the pregnancy test says that you're pregnant.
It's not my pregnancy test.
The one that you peed on in front of me is not?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't, because you think you're being recorded.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know anything I'm talking about because you think you're being recorded.
No, I don't.
But the truth is, you're 3 weeks pregnant.
No,
Right?
I'm not.
Right?
No. You imagined all of that in your head.
I imagine it.
You
Okay.
want me to be pregnant.
I did.
And I
Okay.
don't want to have a
Cool.
baby with you. So you're mad.
Yeah. You don't want to have a baby with me.
No. So you're
I
mad.
have proof. I have recordings of you saying I want your baby.
Okay, well, go ahead and plan for the world so you can get more
that's-
clout off of me.
Of course.
Okay, so
That's
goodbye
what I'm doing.
and have a good life. I just gave you
I'm
$50.
having a good life.
And then all of a sudden she got with some random and she's pregnant.
Did I jaywalk? Like, what's going on here? I was very confused. Anyway, he was hollering at me, and I was like, oh my god. And it's not the first time a police officer has hollered. Okay, but it is the first time I actually gave one my number. So I gave him my phone number, and we started talking.
So Casper was the dad, and then all of a sudden Zolo is the dad. And of course, Liv wants us to believe that Casper, aka Joey, was at AJ's birth. But she already got on here and told us that she only knew the man for a year. AJ is about to be 3. It's just not possible.
Like, let me give you an example. You could be with somebody for 10 years, meet somebody else, only know them for like a year, and be so much more in love with them. That's crazy to me. That's so crazy. And it's like your souls just connect and align. No, he's not at the birth. No. He wasn't at the birth, but no. But he might not have a connect. I don't know how that goes, because Kailani's dad wasn't at her birth, and he has a connection with her. You know, like he doesn't miss a beat with his daughter. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I wasn't hiding him. I just didn't want the internet to know my business, and it was simply because he was not ready for that. You know, he was not ready for that. I don't I'll say this, and I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to ever talk about him online. No, I'm not doing that. But what I will say is my son's feelings and emotions are more important than him or my feelings or emotions. I will not go back and forth with him, and I will not let him jeopardize my son's feelings or emotions for his own selfishness. If he wanted to do the whole back and forth bullshit or the...
Now hold on. Liv just sat here and said that Kailani's father, Joey Casper, doesn't miss a beat with her. You're talking about the same man that was surprised to see how big she was and surprised to know what size clothing she was in?
Hi, baby.
Are you at work?
Hi. Yeah, unfortunately. God. Hello. Hi, Day, baby. Kalani.
Tell him what size she's wearing.
Oh yeah, this is 18 months.
That's fucking crazy, yo.
She's 6 months.
She's in 2-year-old fucking kid clothes at 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little big on her, but it's comfy. All right.
This is really big. Yo, girl. Girl, look how big you are.
Wasn't at her birth? Liv gave birth alone. He was not there. He's missing every beat when it comes to Kailani. The one time Liv said that man went and saw AJ and Kailani, she said it was to take the children back to New York with him. Remember that?
How's he threatening you? Pretty much to take my kids and take them to New York with him, and to pretty much cut everything off over here because I used his name without asking him. But that's really not my problem. Like, oh well. Like, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Like, I needed to use your name, sir.
And then we all found out that all of that was a lie, and then she got on here and said, oh, you know, you shouldn't believe everything. Take everything with a grain of salt.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna explain. Let me explain something to y'all. This is YouTube, okay? I can post whatever I want, whenever I want. If I want to insert certain clips in my videos, this is not called Truth Tube, and this is not called Tell All Your Business Tube, or this is not called Share Every Bit of Your Life Tube. This is YouTube. That means you can get on here and broadcast anything you want. Anything you want. Thank you, loves. People have it in their brain, like it, don't watch it. Everybody who does like it, I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. And that's just that on that, okay? I don't want people coming, oh my God, you didn't tell us, you lied, you did this. I don't care about none of that. This is my content. I'm gonna say and do whatever I wanna say and do, and that's that on that. If you don't like it, don't watch it, okay? I love you guys so much. Bye. Just the update on that is, I said what I said and I did what I did. He's gonna be okay with it, and that's just what it's gonna be. You guys have to understand something. My baby father is a lot older than me. I don't think I told you guys exactly how much older, because once again, it's my business. He's a lot older than me, okay? Ladies, get you a man that's a lot older than you. He's gonna treat you like you're his little, beautiful goddess.
Okay, so we are. So that means Kailani's father has never seen her in person. What kind of connection can he have?
Whatever the fuck he has going on over there, I will not allow nobody to hurt these two children. As much as my 3 children are being hurt every single day, I will not allow anybody to hurt these two. I won't. Their feelings are most important. So no, that's why I kept him out of the picture. And I didn't want to. I hit him up once before, but he brought it to the internet and he still was on that time. And I wasn't on that shit with him anymore. Like, it was about AJ at that point, and it's still just about AJ. That's it. And that's why I don't have anything negative to say about him. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. He is who he is. Like I always tell you guys, I chose to have AJ knowing that it would create a connection with that person for ever long it makes me be connected to him. It is what it is, you know? But my son's feelings are numero uno. And that's all there is to it. But yeah, we don't talk about that person over here though, guys. I don't have anything negative, anything to say about him at all.
Now, it sounds like to me, Liv has children with certain people so that she can stay connected to them. That's what it sounds like to me.
So it just, I don't know. I just don't know. It's a gamble. You gotta just really know the person. I can tell you this though. Everybody that I had been with that ended up to be not so good people, they showed me that they were not so good people very early on. Like we were talking about earlier, I just chose not to believe it for whatever reason. I was like, no, there's no way. Good job, AJ. I was like, there's no freaking way. He's this mean. There's no way he meant to cheat on me. There's no way. He does love me. Girl, I was Delulu century, okay? I was Delulu for real. Okay. No, I just had no self-love. I didn't even respect myself. So how could I expect somebody else to respect me? That's a joke. Girl, that's a damn joke. And I don't care what anybody says. I understand that this might not feel good to hear.
There's a lot of things that people try to say to Liv, and it doesn't feel good to her, so she just rejects it. But let's see what she's going to say.
Because let's be real, I know a lot of women, they accept things and they let things go. But I'll tell you one thing, if a man cheats on you, babe, he shows you right then and there that he doesn't love you because he doesn't care about your feelings like that. How can we expect him to all of a sudden care later on in life? Like, if a man cheats on you once, he's gonna always do it. Whether he gets caught is a different story, bro. You gotta have someone who thinks like how you think, that thinks cheating is bad, who thinks, you know, has the same morals as you know? Anyway, this is too much. I'm gonna be single. It is too much. A relationship is a lot. My son had closed the door on his father. that breaks my heart. Because one thing about kids, no matter what, even if they're pieces of shit parents, like literally, a kid will always want their parents.
Liv does not have morals. What is she talking about? And I do agree, if somebody cheats on you, they probably will continue to cheat. Just like Liv continued to cheat on Gerard. They both did it.
Always. 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 You know, and I hate to keep bringing this person up because I'm not trying to talk about him. I'm just saying, like, even like with everything AJ's father and I've been through, you think that matters to AJ? I mean, maybe when he's a grown-ass man, if it's still happening or whatever, like the disrespect is like current, maybe he'll care. But like, he's not gonna care about some dumb stuff that him and I've been through before we had him. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna want his dad. He's gonna want a dad. He's gonna want his dad. And it's like, I understand that. And I have no, like I said, if I know that something's gonna hurt my son, forget the other person's feelings. I don't care about how they feel. My son. How's my son? Stop.
I
Who are you calling?
Gama.
How is my son or my daughter gonna feel?
Gama.
Okay, pick up the phone. Pick the AC up. You can't have it on the floor. You know, how is our kids gonna feel about not having that other parent? How are they gonna feel? F the other person. I don't care.
Liv has all of these new ideas and new things that she's thinking about. But why don't you feel the same way when it comes to your oldest three? She literally just said that she doesn't want to talk bad about Zolo. She doesn't want to say anything negative about him, even though he's not in AJ's life, has never seen him, hasn't even taken a trip to go see him, nothing. But you also see the importance of AJ wanting his father.
Whatever. But how are they gonna feel? It's gonna hurt them. So it's like, why would I hurt my son to hurt his father? Ew. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's pretty much what's being done to me with my 3 kids. In order to hurt me, my 3 kids are going through it. In order to hurt me. But really, get this out of my kitchen now. The car doesn't belong in my kitchen. Every time I turn around, your car is in my kitchen. Great off that. You guys, I am so grossed out by men. Like, for real. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, girl, having a man to me is like having another child. Girl, like the way that these girls be getting like so hype about having a man and oh, my husband. I'm not talking about anybody. So before before you clip this and say I'm talking about somebody, I'm not, because every bitch on here is talking about my husband, my future husband.
Let's just make this clear. Liv is always talking about somebody. Always. It doesn't matter how many times she said she's not talking about somebody. The person you think she's talking about, she is.
Girl, what about you? Are you good? Because you got a lot of healing to do, girl. Okay, let me tell you, I've been on this shit for a couple years now, bitch, and I got a couple more years to go. Fuck out of here talking about a husband and a this and a that. Girl. Not me. I don't want that. I'm good. Not like I never want it, but what the fuck I look like trying to have a man or a link? And don't get me wrong, okay, girl. A link up or whatever the hell is different, you know. Shit, we all got needs. But
Exactly. She still has needs. But Liv is also the same one that continued to get on here and talk about all of these men. She was just in a relationship, as she thought, back in July.
Yeah, we could do this. Why not? And then I was like, but you have to ask me. You have to like officially ask me to be your girlfriend. Like, hello. He's like, okay, Olivia will be my girlfriend. I was like, okay. So yeah. But then when I was like leaving his house and I was giving him a kiss, he was like, okay, so what's the date today? I was like, we looked at the phone and we saw the date and we were like, okay, it was our anniversary. So yeah. He's so cute, but he said that and I was like, oh, that's so adorable. Not you blushing. I like him. Like I told you guys, I folded his clothes. Olivia, folded his clothes. I don't do that, okay? But I want to do that. I want to do that for this one. I always want to fold his clothes and I want to cook for him. And I want to go over to his house and clean his house. Oh my God, and this is another thing we're talking about, which is so early. We shouldn't even talk about this, but like, I guess that's like how much we like each other. He was saying something about like being married. He really wants to be married. Like, he's a husband type of dude. And he was like, yeah, like when I'm married or something like that. And I was like, I don't ever want to get married again. He was like, oh, well, if we ever get there, I'm gonna change your mind. He's like, yeah, you're gonna be my wife. And I was like, okay. I'm just joking. No, but you know, it's way too early to be talking about that shit. But girl,
Liv is the exact woman she's talking about. She's the one so excited to have a man. She's the one so excited to talk about marriage and children and all of that within the first couple of months you know her. But y'all gotta let me know what you think about the situation. Do you think Liv should just be single forever? If Ryan and AJ are that close, why won't Liv take that baby to go see his big sister perform? Do you think Liv will ever stop being a bitter baby mama? And what do you think her and Zolo have going on? It's like one live stream, they are upset with each other, and then another live stream, she doesn't want to say anything bad about him. Just let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you in the next one.